Campaigns are in full swing, meaning we've all probably gotten a text or two asking for support from a political candidate. But some have gotten something more unusual. Texts from county Democrats asking them to run for office. It's not a scam, it's a statewide effort to recruit potential candidates via text. Taylor Fleming has more details on that program.
That's right, Lizzie. Both Peoria County and McLean County Democrats are participating in the statewide text recruitment program run by the Democratic Party of Illinois and the Illinois Democratic County Chairs Association. If you receive one of these texts, it means state Democrats think you would be a good candidate.
Texting is something that we hope will bring in probably a younger set of folks, which is something that we feel would benefit us.
The text contains a link to an online form where people can demonstrate their interest in running for office. State Democrats can find names and phone numbers with public voter rolls that can be accessed through election authorities and party mailing lists. After people have filled out the form, state Democrats send county chairs a spreadsheet of people who have responded positively. Democrats are looking for candidates for most offices that have elections in 2025, including mayors, city councils, and school boards. McLean County has over 700 possible candidates to sift through from the form. Local party leaders say they are searching for the person with the best leadership and values, not the person with the most party loyalty.
The folks that are going to get contacted by this program aren't necessarily going to be a pure Democrat, according to their prior voting records necessarily. But like I said, we're trying to reach out to people that we think will be good fits for leadership roles in our community.
The 2024 election is less than 100 days away, so any people that fill out the form will be considered as possible candidates for 2025 elections.